Stop looking at the surface of Mars. Seriously, stop. For decades, we've been obsessing over red dust, frozen poles, and dry riverbeds, thinking we knew the whole story. But what if I told you that while the surface looks like a graveyard, there is a massive, secret ocean hiding right beneath our feet? We aren't talking about a little moisture in the soil. We are talking about deep liquid reservoirs that could change everything we know about the red planet. Welcome to SciNova. Today, we are diving deep, literally into one of the most shocking discoveries in planetary science. We used to think Mars was a drying husk, a planet that lost its lifeblood billions of years ago. But new seismic data is turning that narrative on its head. We are peeling back the layers of the Martian crust to reveal a world that is far more wet than we ever dared to imagine. To understand how we found this, we have to talk about the InSight lander. NASA sent this little machine to the Martian equator to listen to the heartbeat of the planet. For years, it sat in the dust, recording Marsquakes and seismic waves. It wasn't looking for water directly. It was looking to understand the internal structure of Mars. But the data it sent back contains a mystery that is sending shockwaves through the scientific community. Now, here's the first twist. The immediate area around the lander is a desert. When InSight analyzed the ground up to 300 meters deep, it found almost nothing. No liquid, no significant ice, just dry, equatorial Martian rock. For a moment, it seemed like Mars was just as thirsty as we thought. If the surface is bone dry for the first 300 meters, where on Mars, is all this water supposedly hiding? The answer lies much deeper. By analyzing how seismic waves travel through the planet, scientists noticed something strange, a low-velocity anomaly. Think of it like this. When a sound wave hits something soft, like water or jelly, it moves differently than when it hits something hard, like rock. At a depth of between 5.4 and 8 kilometers, the waves slowed down significantly. This isn't just a glitch. It's a smoking gun for liquid water at the base of the upper crust. This 5.4 to 8 kilometer zone is the sweet spot of this discovery. It suggests that the water isn't just sitting in a single giant lake, but might be part of a massive, interconnected system. This seismic evidence is high confidence, meaning the math checks out. We aren't just guessing anymore. The physics of the planet are telling us that something liquid is down there, hiding in the darkness of the Martian crust. But wait, there might be even more. Some models suggest that liquid water could exist even deeper, perhaps between 10 and 20 kilometers down. At these extreme depths, the water might not be in open caverns, but trapped within the very pores of the rocks themselves. Imagine a giant, planet-sized sponge where every tiny crack and microscopic pore is saturated with liquid. It's a massive, hidden reservoir that stays protected from the harsh radiation of the surface. This brings us to a massive problem: accessibility. If this water is sitting 10 to 20 kilometers deep, it's effectively out of reach. For context, the deepest hole ever drilled on Earth, the Kola Super Deep borehole, only reached about 12 kilometers and took decades to achieve. To tap into Martian water, we would need technology far beyond what we currently possess. It's a tantalizing mystery that we can see, but cannot touch. However, there is a glimmer of hope for the shallow crowd. There is evidence of seasonal patterns in Marsquakes. These subtle shifts in seismic activity suggest that there might be active near-surface brines, essentially very salty liquid water, moving around in the upper layers. These brines are much closer to the surface than the massive deep reservoirs, and they might be reacting to the changing seasons of Mars just like water does on Earth. Why does this matter so much? Because where there is liquid water, there is the possibility of life. On Earth, we find life in the most extreme places, deep in the ocean, inside solid rock, and in volcanic vents. If Mars has these hidden protected reservoirs, it provides the perfect sanctuary. These deep zones would be shielded from the sun's deadly UV radiation and the extreme temperature swings of the surface. It's the ultimate cosmic bunker. Let's pause and look at the big picture. We've gone from thinking Mars was a dead rock to finding evidence of ancient water to now discovering evidence of current liquid water. This shifts the search for life from where was life to where is life right now. We aren't just looking for fossils anymore. We are looking for neighbors. The question is no longer if Mars had the ingredients for life, but if it is still hosting it in the dark. Of course, there are skeptics. Some argue that the seismic signals could be caused by other geological processes, like magma movement or different mineral compositions. It's a valid scientific debate, but the consensus is leaning heavily toward water. The low-velocity anomaly is a classic signature, and as our seismic networks on Mars improve, we will likely get a much clearer picture of exactly how much water is down there. So, what's next for Mars exploration? Future missions won't just be about taking pictures of pretty rocks. We are looking at the possibility of specialized landers designed to probe deeper, or even orbital radar that can map these underground oceans from space. We are entering a new era of Martian science, one where we stop looking at the skin of the planet and start looking at its soul. The red planet is far more mysterious than we ever imagined. It is a world of layers, secrets, and potentially life. As we continue to listen to the whispers of the Martian crust, we might just find that we aren't as alone in the solar system as we thought. The real Mars isn't the one we see in our telescopes. It's the one waiting to be discovered beneath the dust. If you found this journey into the Martian depths fascinating, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. We are constantly digging into the most incredible mysteries of our universe, and you won't want to miss what we uncover next. Thanks for watching SciNova. Keep looking up and keep asking questions.